Greetings. Thank you for being here. My name is Aurora. I am a quantum alchemist and I practice A.U.R.A, which is a technique we have developed, which is quantum healing hypnosis through the use of sacred alchemy symbols. We also do energy work on you prior to you doing your hypnosis session, which really helps with the energy blockages that you have. The majority of people that come to me tend to have blockages within them that could be challenging to be able to connect deep enough to their higher self and the quantum hypnosis theta brainwave that we're trying to achieve. So if you want to look up more information about this, check out my website. It's called risingphoenixaurora.com. And I also offer Akashic readings that we speak about either your past lives, as well as I share sacred alchemy symbols and whatever your higher self and spirit wants to talk about you in this particular moment. So I'd love to see you in some readings as well. All right, and I am also certifying now for the last probably about 3 months. I brought out the A.U.R.A technique and how to use the quantum hypnosis alchemy and on clients. So check out that information there. This month it's on sale. Today I am making a video on an A.U.R.A session I had on a client that was a hypnotherapist, and she came to me and we basically helped her heal whatever she had left of the Epstein-Barr virus. And her higher self was Archangel Ariel. These beautiful messages came forth, and Spirit really guided me to transcribe them so that I could read them out to you all, because these messages are so influential and important and high vibrational, moving for really the collective consciousness of Mother Earth and us, her people. I am very excited to be sharing this with you. It's a very powerful message. It talks about groups and the importance to groups, spiritual groups, or really any type of groups that is helping raise the vibration on Gaia. And then it also talks about the golden age and the phoenix. And it was a wonderful surprise to be able to get this information from this beautiful client. I thank her so much for, again, having a session with me. It talks about the phoenix and what it's like, what's the phoenix energy, and what's occurring really in on Mother Earth, on Gaia right now, so that we're able to ascend and shift into a higher vibration in the future, to ascend in 5-dimensional existence. And so yes, beautiful messages. So I transcribed it word for word and make sure I gave the messages clearly today. Here it is. I hope you enjoy it. It is empowering, it is beautiful and inspirational. Thank you. The way I worded it is, and then I'm also going to actually put a link of the transcription in case you want to read it for yourself, and anytime you want to read it, because this is just how beautiful it is. Anytime you want a reassurance or put you back on your path of being a spiritual healer, you can read this and remember there's beautiful advice in it that can help you keep going. So I will put the link to the transcription in the information part. So go ahead and check that out, and anytime you want to read it. And I will also add it to my blog section in my website. Okay. All right, very good. So that you can feel free to share as well with your brothers and sisters, anyone that is part of your sisterhood. With this session, it was different. The majority of the time, we as practitioners, we have to really ask a lot of questions, really get the information out from the client. With this one, it was really me just kind of sitting back and allowing for the client, in this case Archangel Ariel, give her message. She was driven. She was going to give this message to humanity and to everyone out there who's ready to listen to it. So when the client speaks, I'm going to say client, and when I speak, I'm just going to say Aurora. Okay? Client. Sisterhood is very important. Women have to support other women. It is very, very important. They have to support each other. And she is crying a little bit as she's saying it. Aurora, Yes. Client. And pull each other up and not down. Aurora. Yes, we have been taught this from the minute we are born, taught to be envious, jealous, especially as females. Client. Oh yes, but that's lowering the frequency because you are all carriers. The female are carriers of the divine feminine, whether they wish it or not. They have that responsibility to anchor her energy into the earth. Aurora. Yes. Client. And help each other out to do that. Aurora. Do you have a message for the divine feminine since you are Archangel Ariel? Client. Just to work together, build bridges together so that all of you can cross bridges together and the masculine can rise up. The masculine cannot rise up if the feminine is feuding. You are space holders, and being space holders, you have to work together. There is no separation. Divine feminine, you are the carriers. Embody that. Heal the wounds of separation, the wounds of abandonment. The wounds are ancestral wounds, so that all can stand together as sisters and let the energy rise as it should. She's still crying. She cries as she is saying this. That is so beautiful. It's so beautiful. When women work together, the energy of the planet will change so drastically. They work together. Aurora. When we work together? Client. They will set the example to the men. So if women are fighting, then how do we expect the men to support us? It's not going to work. It's a container we hold. If you can imagine a container being held by women, this golden container, it's still trying to reach up high, but some are trying to pull it down. Example, like a torch, and is meant to reach higher and higher. The more hands lift up, the higher it goes. And if others are dragging down, it doesn't go any higher than that. It is stuck. Aurora. I know exactly what you mean. Client. It's like some are trying so hard. Others are not ready, but they will be in their time. But it's just working together, not tearing each other down. That's not the point of the phoenix rising. It's the point of the fire. It's to transmute all that ego, separation, the negative ego. Ego is not bad in that sense. It's the negative ego because there's a confusion in the so-called awakening. Confusion. Yeah, there is a lot of confusion, a lot of hierarchy. There is a lot of ego, a lot of spiritual bypassing. Yes, there is a lot, but it's all coming to the surface now. An example from the pan to the fire. So they work so hard to raise their frequency and they get trapped in the negative ego, back in the pan, and they have to get themselves out again. And the process takes longer. Or, yes, client. So it's being aware, being discernment, calling out on people, calling somebody's BS out so they know that they are going in the wayside. Because sometimes people look, they know someone is doing something and they don't say anything. So that person thinks, okay, what I am doing is fine. So if you call someone out in what they are doing and they don't listen, but you did what is right, you called them out on something. If they choose to ignore you, it's their choice, but you choose to go where you are treated better. So all that fighting, yeah, as you know, it's a program that has been going on, the trying, the last breath, and keeping the divine feminine and fighting each other. And there's more. There's more who are awakened. There's more who are holding the torches steady, that nobody knows about, that are doing their job, that are holding up the collective. Aurora. Sorry, I'm getting emotional. Beautiful. Thank you. You have brought tears to my eyes. Thank you for your words. You mentioned sisterhoods are important. Do you mean women joining together and rising together? Is that what you mean by that? Client. Like a group, say, forming not a ritual, but similar. Groups of women listening to each other without judgment, so that others can feel safe to open up and rise up and start reclaiming their sovereignty. Sovereignty is what we are here to remember. So when they are tearing somebody down, it means you are not remembering you are a sovereign being. And every soul is a sovereign being. So when you rise and every person remembers that they are sovereign, then they can't be pulling others down. And if they do, then they will correct themselves very fast, because they know that this is a sovereign journey where you walk individually to make the collective stronger. We understand it's tough, but we all knew it was going to be tough. But it's the sisterhoods, groups of women starting a business, starting a meditation group, creating, or whatever it is, prayer, singing, chanting, without any agenda, just to raise the frequency for each other, holding space for each other to be vulnerable. Hold space for each other to break down. Break your own barriers. Break your own fear. Collapse the system within yourself, and then you will collapse the system outside yourself. But somebody is held in that safe space. It's okay for them to know that they can cry. They can be sad. They don't have to be positive all the time. No one is positive all the time. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be sad. Channel that anger and do something with it. React in a way that will help humanity, that will raise the frequency of Earth. Everybody, the animals, planet kingdom, it's the responsibility in the woman. It's huge. It's a huge responsibility. It's huge. But it's in the DNA. It's codified in the DNA. You already know what to do. Once that sisterhood happens, the cortices are released. Happiness, joy, of course, there will be chaos. But chaos will always be there. If you are looking for it, you will find it. Yes, Aurora, yes. Then I titled the next section, The Phoenix. Client. Chaos. The phoenix will never rise if there's no chaos. Never. Chaos brings people to their heart. It opens their heart. People work together. They help each other. It's in chaos. It's in darkness that we find our strength. Aurora. Yes. Client. So we can't shun our shadow. Our shadow is the feminine. The shadow is the feminine. You can't bypass the feminine with positivity. She's fire at the moment. She is the element of fire at the moment. She's coming strong as fire. The phoenix. Aurora, the phoenix? Client, yes, she's rising with fire. It's unbelievable. Her strength. The embers, it's beautiful and just destructive at the same time. Yes, she's speaking from the flames at this time. It's the flames inside the confusion, the depression, the flames inside that people are trying to put out. You can't put out those flames. You have to let them burn. What no longer serves you has to be transmuted by the fire. You can't get away. You can't run from the fire. It's too powerful. It's not outside there. It's not in Hawaii. Anywhere else it's burning. It's not there. It's inside every single heart. The flame is burning so brightly. You can't distinguish it with drugs. Whatever man-made, anything, no, she's too strong. Yes, she's in the fire. And it needs an open heart to be tamed. That's the only thing that can tame the flames. Is an open heart. She's crying. The client. If the heart is closed, you will get incinerated. Heart cries. Incinerated completely. You will know what hit you. Open the hearts. Open the hearts. Open the hearts. Open the hearts. That's your key. That's your key. Flames will not consume you if your heart is open. Open your hearts. No matter what you go through, no matter the hardship, no matter the pain, keep your hearts open. Compassion for yourself first. Compassion for you. Compassion for you first. Fill your hearts with compassion for yourself as a sovereign child. Your heart, keep it open. No more. No more closing the heart. Can't close the heart now. Or why is it you speak of the phoenix? Is that what's going on earth right now? Client, you can say it is what it is. It's the fire that's transmuting this golden age. This golden age is being transmuted and rebirthed by fire. Or is that the only way? Client, no. But fire is the main element. There's other elements too. But you have to remember Atlantis went down by water. But this time it's fire that is raining. It's dragon breath. Or is this needed for the golden age? Client, oh yes, oh yes. We have to transmute. You can say it's a theme. You can call it, it's the theme of the golden age. It's fire, so there will be chaos. It's the internal fires that need to be harnessed, and you will not be afraid of the external fires. No, because you will know they are there to transmute. Fire is the most powerful way to transmute. As the phoenix rises, as the dragon's breath, it will breathe all fire. Transmute, transmute. Whether it is a white flame, whether it's the fire, it's all flames. It's just like the sun. It's just fire. And that's why the sun is so active right now, releasing all this plasma. It's all fire. Those solar flares, it's all fire. All fire, all of them. Gamma rays, all of them. It's just a different form of fire. Aurora, is it trying to transmute the people on earth? Is that what is going on? Client, yes, the hearts, as I said, the forgetfulness, the programming, the fear, their darkness. It is time for fire. That's the closest I can find in your language. So we are all just transmuting, all transmuting ourselves, transmuting the collective, transmuting the universe, multiverses. Yeah, it's beautiful, the fire. It's like a volcano. Afterwards, the land is very fertile. After a volcano, that's the same story. After the fire has transmuted everything, then people remember. They become fertile again, so to speak. They remember who they are. So it's just fire. There's nothing to fear. It's just transmutation by fire. Everybody asks, what is it coming? When is it coming? When is the event? When is this? It's all fire. It's all an internal fire that you burn so bright. Yeah, it's burning the density. It's too dense for any other element. So yeah, it's too dense. It's too dense. Everybody is doing their best. That is why the sisterhood, as I was talking, it's holding that flame within the group, lighting it and making it stronger and stronger. It can not be put out. Aurora, what happens when there is divine feminine groups put together like this? Do the people who are trying to maintain these densities dense, do they target these groups? Client, it would be that they would try, but if there is strength in numbers, you can't destroy it. If you are pulling it down, is when they try to destroy it, because if there is unity, it cannot be destroyed. If they are holding a group united in their own strength, as individually, as well in their group, yes, tomorrow you might be wrong. Today you might be right. There is no right and there is no wrong. It's just telling somebody you feel, so get up. Let's keep moving. And that's the strength. Those ones that you give your hand to help them lift them up. Then they realize, oh, they are not alone. And they will lift somebody else's hand and keep going and keep going. As the groups of women, any feminine concept, it's the power. It's like a generator. Aurora. When divine feminine are in a group, it's like a generator. Client. Yes. Aurora. Beautiful. So it's important that we divine try to place groups together. Client. Yes. That heat, that energy, that vortex. Yeah. It's that power. It's like an engine, like an ignition. They ignite the strength within themselves. And that becomes powerful. And that has a ripple effect on someone somewhere else. Feels it too. It helps someone else when they are feeling down. Yeah, it's a powerful generator. For example, say you have a group together. How we were talking about the divine feminine or period, humankind has been taught to be judgmental, to allow, for example, to allow ego to outwin them. Would you say that a group like this would work if people would remain in their hearts and not their ego? Client. Yes, it works, and I think ego has a bad rap because it's also serving as purpose, and there is a positive and a negative. It's not all bad. Because that ego can also drive that generator and power it too. Because you can all join as a collective. For example, let's do this and all of you agree. A group of 10 people all agree on pulling their energies towards something. It's their ego that's driving that, not the negative ego. The positive ego is what is driving that power. Because when we put down ego in one box, it is bypassing itself. Bypassing a very, very importance that can help your evolution. It's that generator is your own. You have to remember the feminine is the shadow. When people say ego, most of them associate shadow with ego. So when you are putting all it in one container, the feminine is there in that container because she is rising through the shadow. She is not coming from the light. She is coming through the shadow. So when you are not listening, you're not listening, your ego can be her too. And with discernment that you actually know which side to listen to. So when you are in a group of women or men, you can lock your shadow in the closet and you say that's the ego talking. You have to know which ego is talking. It's just like a car. The engine is working. Everything is working together. The ignition, the brakes, the clutch, because everybody's evolution is different. And it's in knowing that generator might spark. It might trigger. I don't think there's no end to trigger. It's a process. Maybe people have it wrong. The feelings go away. No, you just learned how to control them. They don't control you anymore. You say, oh, I am jealous today. Oh, I wonder where that came from. I wonder what it's trying to tell me. Hello. You talk to it like you would with your friend and find out what the message is. It's an aspect of yourself that needs to be looked at. And when you are in a group of people that are helping you see that without being judged, then you can say, I felt jealousy. I felt hatred there. I wonder. They all need to speak until you find a solution. That's the point of a group. It's not to tell, oh, you're jealous, so I'm not hanging around with you. Okay, there's those you can tell them that if somebody knows and acknowledge that shadow aspect of themselves, it's not all perfect. It's imperfectly perfect, not perfect. Or I laughed because I was speaking of that yesterday. How I am a mirror to everyone and I love how imperfectly perfect they all are. I see no imperfections. Client, no. And no one owes anything. When you walk the earth knowing nobody owes you anything, then you have no expectations. And without expectations, there is no disappointment. So nobody owes you anything. Nobody owes us anything. You owe yourself everything. So when somebody hurts your feelings, you owe yourself to evaluate, walk away, talk it out. It's you owing yourself. They are just amplifying for you to see. Nobody owes us anything. The journey is difficult enough without owing people stuff. It is difficult enough without carrying anything on our shoulders. No, life changes when you realize that not a greeting, not food, not lunch, nothing. They are enhancing your life. They don't owe you anything. That's another form of control when we think people owe us something. Oh, I did this, you should do this. Yeah, that's control mechanism you are trying to get away from. Everyone is a sovereign being. They don't owe you anything. We are here to enhance each other's journey, make it better, make it worse. How you react is your choice. It's all your own individual choice. Aurora, thank you. As your messages, I felt deep in my heart. As the messages you shared is also what I teach to others. It all resonated beautifully within my heart. So that was part of that aura session that I had with that client. Whew, so powerful. My hands are a little numb. I'm losing sensation on my feet because of that powerful, that beautiful, empowering energy that is coming forth from her message as Archangel Ariel. Please share if you want me to continue, perhaps sharing some of the sessions that I wasn't able to share through video, and you want me to keep transcribing them for you and reading them out to you, that let me know. Comment and hit a thumbs up. I am so grateful for you to listening to this message, and please share it with as many as you can so that we can make our vibrations higher and we can raise that torch, as she spoke, raise that torch higher, more as a collective, versus having those few raising the torch and the many around pulling it down. Bringing up more of that balance and then more of that unity. Okay? So thank you for being here. Subscribe to my channel, and I love you, I honor you, and I thank you, and I respect you. Blessings.